last video when you were talking about, you brought up a massively important point, I think, that a lot of people really don't do when they talk about rewards. And we'll get into built to lead in just a moment. But when you were saying where, if you were to sell $1,000 or over, you'd get a steak. And if you didn't, you'd get a hamburger. And even at $9.99, you get a hamburger. How important is it for a manager, somebody that's just, maybe just a customer service agent, maybe it's a salesman, whoever it is, whatever your role is in a company, whatever your part is in the main goal, the main purpose, the main vision, how important is establishing a reward system for yourself and for your team and for your company and all the way up the ladder?
Well, personally, you've heard the term gamification, I'm sure,
right?
I really love that, and we do that in our company. Typically, you have to be, first of all, you have to be honest with yourself. You can lie to people if you want to, but you're lying if you do. So you have to be true to yourself. And every day, when you start out, you have to have a mission that you want to get done that day. It depends on your position, where you said some would be frontline people. My mission, let's talk about maybe a restaurant. Someone waiting on tables in a restaurant, something as simple as that, is they can start out the day with, I want to be taking the best possible care of the patrons who come in today. I want to make sure they have the best meal that when they leave here, that they go and tell all their friends. They take it upon themselves to make sure that they, even though they're not a manager, act like a manager. It's the old phrase, act as if. If you want to be successful at something, you act as if you're already there. I agree with that. As far as the managers, I personally have a rule of 5 that in my book, I talk about that as well, where I basically try to talk to 5 of my people every day, whether it be email if I'm traveling, or text or something like that. If I'm in the office, face to face, because I want to go around and I want to brag on them, because everybody, and this is true, Dan, everybody wants significance. And if you don't give it to people, they're going to go somewhere else. So as a manager, there's no exception to that rule. And I had this conversation with another manager a few days ago. And he said, David, I really don't care that much about employee recognition. And I said, Bill, it really doesn't matter what you think about employee recognition. It matters what your people think. If you don't give it to them, they'll go somewhere else. There's a stat that I read about in Gallup organization, in their surveys, they came up with this. 47% of your best people, Dan, not your worst people, your best people, are looking to leave you right now if you're not recognizing them and giving them that significance that they so desire. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense, yeah.
47% of your best, not your losers. By the way, those people, they'll stay with you forever if you let them.
Yeah, because they're pretty much in their comfort zone. They're doing it the least amount they can do to get by, and they're not being fired, so they're not going to rock the boat, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
They want to know where the manager is so they can hide. That's the only reason.
That's it. If they keep, it's kind of like, I like to put it sometimes like a dog, where they kind of hide their face, and if I can't see them, they can't see me. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's good.